Think about it. Invisible laws that make the world spin, guide a falling apple, and shape every step of our destiny. This story begins with a question so simple, no one imagined it could change the world. Before equations, before formulas, before modern labs, there were those who dared to say, "Prove it." Today, we'll follow their trail, from belief to experiment to the equations that capture the entire world. We'll divide the story into 4 great steps. 1. The Age of Doubt, before the 17th century. 2. Galileo, who began to experiment. 3. Newton, who united everything into one formula. And 4. The revolution that changed how humanity thinks. Set your camera close, clear your mind, because some moments in this story may make you feel like the world will never be the same again. Before laboratories and microscopes, knowledge was woven from explanations that made sense in the hearts of those who lived then. Aristotle, the great philosopher, said the earth was the center and that every object had its own nature. To Aristotle, heavier objects fell faster because their nature longed to return to the center of the world. It sounded logical, and no one felt the need to test it. This way of thinking ruled for thousands of years because it answered questions with emotion and authority, not with evidence. Picture a philosopher in an ancient hall describing the universe through elegant logic. People believed him because logic felt reliable, even if it had never been tested through reversal or repetition. This was a world before defiance, where words weighed more than proof. And when a tiny question arose, do heavy things really fall faster? It was never truly asked until Galileo Galilei, the man who believed that when words weren't enough, you had to prove them. He didn't cling to old authority. He tested the world himself. The story of Galileo dropping balls from the tower may be partly legend, but the idea behind it was real. He performed experiments. He dropped objects of different weights together, and what he found made the world rethink itself. He built the inclined plane to slow motion and measure it systematically. He noticed a pattern. Reduce friction, and an object keeps moving. It doesn't stop by itself. That was the seed of what we now call inertia. The real revolution wasn't just the results, it was the method. Galileo shifted from reasoning with words to reasoning with evidence. Questions were no longer sacred, they were testable. His experiments didn't convince everyone overnight. They challenged power, tradition, and certainty. But the seed he planted grew into the great tree of modern science. Decades later, one man gathered all these observations and ideas into a single framework: Isaac Newton. In Philosophia Naturalis Principia Mathematica, 1687, Newton didn't just describe, he calculated. He gave formulas. He wrote 3 laws that built classical mechanics. Then came the idea that gave the world chills. The same force that pulls an apple down also keeps the moon in orbit. He united Earth and heaven under one law. Before Newton, people thought the heavens and the earth were governed by different rules. He erased that boundary, showing the universe as one giant, predictable machine. The results rippled far beyond laboratories, into engineering, navigation, ballistics, calendars, everything that needed prediction. The world became something that could be calculated, but this wasn't the end. Newton laid the foundation, and the journey was far from over. The union of measurement and mathematics changed how humanity saw the world, from a story to a system. The world became like a giant clock, its gears turning under precise laws. Confidence in reason spread to technology, from predicting the stars to building machines powered by human thought and calculation. But this view had 2 faces. When the universe became mechanical, questions of freedom and meaning emerged. Were humans just cogs in a cosmic machine? Newton's laws guided generations. Even Einstein said, without Newton, there would be no relativity. That bridge connects the past to the future. In short, what changed the world wasn't just the laws, but the way we asked questions and sought answers. From belief to proof. From stories that sound right to experiments that can be repeated. Galileo gave us the method. Newton gave us the system. Our world is built upon both experimentation and mathematics. So next time you see an apple fall or a car pass by, remember, behind every motion lies the story of those who dared to ask, and those who dared to write the answers as equations. Sometimes, a simple question can change the world. If you enjoy this journey, from small questions to great truths, subscribe, share, and tell us what scientific mystery you want to explore next. Knowledge begins with curiosity, and courage turns it into truth. See you in the next episode as the world of physics moves one step further